sorry for all the gifts in the background. Aubrey's birthday is next week, so it's like gifts galore behind me. I am so good, and thank you so much, DB, for the subs to start my day off. I really appreciate it. Oh, that was the wrong one, but thank you for following me too. Thank you so much, DB. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's do your jumping jacks, and then I'll sit down and I'll tell you all about the photo shoot. It was so much fun. I'm a little tired today though because it was a lot of work, but it was a ton of fun. All right, let's do your jumping jacks. Okay. There we go. All right, you ready? 1, 2. Thank you, DB. Yeah, well, I had like jean shorts on this morning. I'm like, that just doesn't go with socks, and I need the socks because I am just so cold today. So we got a skirt and a tube top. That's what we're doing. Hi, Tayton, like Satan, but Tayton, I think that's how you say your name. How are you? I'm just so cold. And then I turned on the heat this morning and I was like, it smells like something's fucking burning. So I just turned it off. I'm like, I am not calling maintenance up here because they will come in like the most like inconvenient time. That's what they always do. So I had the best time at the photo shoot. I had a really, really good time. It was so beautiful. We stayed at a beach resort and that's where we did all of our photos and videos. We had like 40 different outfits that we wore. It was a lot. Thank you so much, Devoted Soul. Thank you. Okay, I just sat down. I'm fucking cold, so let me warm up for a second and then I'll stand up and I'll do your jumping jack. But it was so good. So Aubrey and I got there the first day and we just kind of like explored. We did some TikToks and like that kind of thing. We got this beautiful red lace robe that I got to wear and it's just sheer and it was so pretty. Then the next day was our big day. I got there and all the dolphins were jumping around. Like, so we had a balcony with like a big panoramic view of the ocean. It was just unbelievable. And I grew up in Florida, so Aubrey was making fun of me. She's like, you're the Floridian and you're the one going ape shit over the fucking dolphins. I'm like, listen, people who look at dolphins are happy. You can't look at a dolphin and be like, oh, I'm just sad. No, they're amazing. There was like 6 of them and they were all playing. They were having the best time. It was so cool. So I watched that for a good minute. And then Aubrey and I did something that was a lot of fun. I don't know what the word for it is, but it's when you use your body and you place the sushi all over you. It was really pretty though. So she ate some off of me and I ate some off of her. It was a really fun lunch. We had a good time. Yeah, no, I've done the dolphins in the Bahamas. It's super cool. I actually used to do a lot of deep sea fishing and there was one specific dolphin and I think it was the same one every single time because typically dolphins don't come up to your boat. But this one came up to our boat all the time. And it was super cool because we would just give it some of the fish that we caught and he would swim around and be super happy. And thank you, Devoted Soul, for the bits. I appreciate it. Thank you, Fastball, and thank you, Drippin, for the follow. And thank you, Burke. But yeah, it was just really cool. So I was like, Aubrey, come over here. And she refused to come over. Like, who refuses to go see some dolphins having a good ass time? But it was good. We had the best time. We what is it? We had a pillow fight and I got a little too into it. And I got her in the face. I did not mean to get her in the face, but accidents happen. You've never seen a dolphin? Well, they are beautiful. I remember there was one time when I was a kid. So my mom lived in the suburbs, like on an acre. My dad lived right on the intercoastal. So every now and again, you'd get, animals like that in your backyard. But I will never forget it. There was one time we had this really pretty, like, seat right next to our window in my bedroom. And they were jumping and it was just beautiful. But my favorite thing was when the manatees would come up to our dock, we would put the hose in the water because they loved the taste of fresh water. And then we would put in our longboards and we would paddle on our longboards alongside of them, and it was the coolest thing. They're just beautiful and majestic and happy creatures, you know? So I was happy to see them. It made me really happy, and I hung out on the balcony a lot because it was just unbelievable. Took some photos of the sunset in between like photos and stuff. It was a really good time. It was a really good time. Really, really busy, but a really good time. Oh, nice. Yeah, I love it here. I don't think I could ever leave Florida. There's just so much to do here, you know? Like a kicker kicking a field goal? I think I know what you mean. They're gonna come out as I get to edit them. So today I am going to be hanging out with you guys on Twitch, and then I'm gonna be going home for the day. I am exhausted. Photo shoots are a lot of work. I know that sounds like a really shitty thing to say, but like moving your body in like those weird positions is really tiring. So I'm gonna go home and edit after this. Speaking of, I've got a jumping jack to do. So let's do that jumping jack. I think my shirt will be just fine. It's not going anywhere. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'll probably take a nap today because I have a lot to do this evening. My mom's been staying with me for the past week and a half, and she's only here for a few more days, so I promised I'd make her a nice dinner, and then I have a family soccer game to go to, so. Oh, I see. Okay, very cool. Yeah, I've got photos of me kissing the dolphin and stuff like that. Hi, Leon. Thank you. How are you today? Aubrey's birthday is next week, so those are all gifts for her. She's getting spoiled a little bit. And we're going to the spa on her birthday, so we're gonna have a really good time. I'm excited to just have like a nice, slow massage. Oh my God. And doesn't that sound good? I want all this out of here. There we go. It's good. Yeah, so Aubrey's getting spoiled for her birthday. I'm excited to see all the stuff that she got because there's a fuck ton of bags back there. And the spa is going to be awesome. Do mojitos, and we always get like fish tacos, and oh, it's so good. Well, do you have any plans for your next vacation, Drippin'? Hi, Nick. Good morning, Steven. I haven't done anything yet. I'm not gonna lie. It took a lot in me to even do my hair today. I have not done anything. You know what I did do is I added bleach to my fountain at home. I know. It's a lot of work. Good morning. Happy hump day. You've never traveled before, but you just... Wait, were you the one that said it? Maybe I didn't read your name right. No, it wasn't you. You've never traveled before? Not even within, like, your own state or country? What's interesting? So far, so good. I'm having some coffee, so I'm very happy, and it smells so good today. I think this is the caramel cookie one. The caramel cookie coffee is just, oh, they're so good. Well, you gotta make time for that. It's important. You know, just because you're going on vacation doesn't mean you have to spend a ton of money on vacation. I mean, some of my favorite vacations are at the river house, and it is like cheap houses right on the river. You just go kayak and snorkel, and that's what you do all day. You pack a picnic lunch, and it's a good time, and it's cheap as balls, and you essentially, it's just glamping, but it's the best time. I love hot coffee. Oh my god. I like hot coffee. Yeah, and I just put a little bit of almond milk in mine. Okay, well then maybe it's a good idea for a new car first then. Yeah, I had a car like that, trust me. I remember one time I was on my way to work, and at the time I was an assistant office manager. So, and it was jeans day. So I was wearing jeans and like a dress top and 6-inch heels. And my car breaks down. So I'm pushing my car in those 6-inch heels. Oh my, that was the worst. That was the first time that car broke down. It broke down a lot. It was not a good car. Thank you so much, Nick. See, lake houses in other states are nice. Lake houses here, they scare the crap out of me. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't mess with the Florida gators. Yeah. I think everybody hates pushing cars. It sucks. It sucks real bad. One time I had to push my car and I was on my way to the beach. So all I was wearing was a pair of shorts and a bikini top. And let me tell you, the amount of people that offered to help. I was so mad though. I was in the worst mood because I was just over it. That was the last time that car broke down. Right after that, I took it and I traded it in for, at the time I got a Kia. How did I get myself out of that situation? Well, honestly, my boyfriend bailed me out and I ended up paying him back. I could not afford to buy a car at the time, but that car kept breaking down all the time. Like like the undercarriage, I don't even know what parts it was, but it was like duct taped under there. It was real bad. Yeah, it'll just give it time dripping, trust me. Yeah, I was too, trust me. I was over being stuck on the side of the road in that fucking car. Hi, Nico, how are you? But I feel like having situations like that happen to you and you know how it feels teaches you a lot of good lessons, you know? I feel like people have to go through those phases. At the time, it was a Dodge, and I will never buy another Dodge again in my entire life. It will never happen. It was the worst car I ever bought. I loved my Kias. They were fine. Well, my first Kia was good. My second Kia, I hated. It was my first brand new car I'd ever gotten, and I got a Kia Sportage. I loved my Kia Sportage. The first week I had it, the transmission went out. So I was without a car for like 2 weeks, so they put me in like a Kia Soul, and I was really just not happy in that car. So I was like pushing to get out of that car. The next car that I got, because the transmission actually died 3 times before my car was fine. I don't know how they put in 3 transmissions and it went every single time, but it did. And then after that, I was pushing to get out of it because I was so upset with my first new car. I ended up getting my first Mercedes, and I got a GLC at the time. I loved my GLC, but it was just too small for me. So now I have a GLE, and I like my big GLE. And when I trade this one in, I'm just gonna get the same car because I like having a nice big car. I have bad luck with cars, you're telling me. You are telling me. I did. I had lots of bad luck with cars. But you kind of have to. See, like, you know, at the end of the day, shitty things happen to people for a reason. And I think it's to teach us all a lesson, and it's to humble us. And, you know, one day you're going to be out of that car that you said you're not a fan of, and it's going to feel like such a accomplishment because you've already gone through what you went through. I was sick over the weekend. I didn't do anything, Cameron, but Monday and Tuesday I had a photo shoot, and that was so much fun. I had the best time. So, oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So I'm out there taking photos in a bikini on our balcony. It's a private balcony, right? But down below is a public beach. So if someone looks up, they probably could see us. We were on the 12th floor, so we're pretty high up, harder to see us, but you could still see us. I was in a hot pink bikini, and then I was wearing like those like sheer bikini bottoms too, like a cover up. It was really cute. And I go to turn around to have like the back of me take that portion of me taking photos of. And I look down and there's a man with a freaking telescope. So I just walk right inside, and Aubrey puts on her sweatshirt over her bikini and starts like puts her arms on the banister in the on the balcony and just starts staring at him. Just starts staring at him. And then he goes like, "What?" And just walking around the beach with a damn telescope. What were you planning there, buddy? Like, oh my God. Walking around the beach with a telescope. I don't know what kind of person that takes. Oh yeah, creeper deluxe. I was telling my mom about it last night and she's like, "Do you think he could see in the room?" And I'm like, "I doubt it." It was very tinted, but he definitely saw a girl in a bikini. But I mean, it's a beach, so. But dude, like, you don't need a telescope. You're at the beach. Just walk. Just walk around, and if that's really what you're looking for, just take a beach walk. You'll see tons of girls in bikinis, but walking around with a telescope during the day, nonetheless, you're gonna burn your fucking corneas, man. And honestly, you deserve it. If you burned your corneas trying to look at a woman on the 12th floor black balcony, that's what you get. I'm sorry. That's so stupid. Walking around with a telescope. My eyes is right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was funny. And then I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I was just embarrassed. So then we ended up staying inside and we did some stuff in there. That's what it is. Right? Like, just walk around on the beach. You would have seen plenty if that's what you're going for. No reason to bring a telescope. Full grown man, like mid-50s. I don't think he was that kind of guy because he did not seem happy about it. I think he was probably a really religious guy and probably offended by the bikini I was wearing. Thanks, Nick. It's funny. So there's two types of people that I've met out and about when they see my outfits. There's the people that instantly hate my outfits because they're probably really religious or whatnot. They have certain beliefs. And then there's the guys that are really happy. So there was one time Aubrey and I were in the hot tub and we were in bikinis, but we were making out. And at the time we were on a golf course. So like the house was right on the golf course. The like drive for the golf carts were probably 5 feet from our hot tub. And I guess the guy had kicked his ball up against the pool cage. And so he comes up from the golf course, stands by the pool cage, and just sees us making out. And the look on the guy's face, it was like, and he thanked us. And he told me that we made his entire day. Like that was funny. He said thank you. But the other guy, no. Yeah, he just saw us making out. We were wearing bikinis and making out. That's what we were doing. But he was just a very happy man. He enjoyed it. So there you go. There's two people. There's the guys who like it, and there's the guys who are like, you shouldn't be wearing a bikini at the beach, man.